Hey,
All right.
there we are again.
Good afternoon.
Yes, very good afternoon.
Yes. So,
How
how have
are
you been
you?
last week? You thought you were a little bit ill?
Very ill. Got a extremely heavy fever. So
Extremely heavy, even.
extremely heavy, yeah. So didn't
Jeez,
sleep well last days, and I
that's
hope
rough.
better this weekend for the ethics exam, of course. Very important.
Yes. We have an exam coming up on next Wednesday. So,
Mm,
still some work to do, of course.
yes, of
But
course, but we'll be fine. It's only 3 weeks of course
yes.
information.
And
So
also no additional materials I saw. So that's also
yeah, otherwise it will
takes some
be a
time as
lot.
well.
Yeah, so now it's only a couple of clips and articles.
Exactly. But
Oh,
first things first, this podcast again on the Friday.
yeah,
You
every
know the
Friday.
drill.
It's I'm getting to like it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Week
Next
in,
week
week out.
again. Maybe we can upload it on YouTube for the public.
Yeah, well, we did
You
a
never know.
good job last time.
Yes,
He
yes, yes.
liked
I'm
the
sure that
video.
good
He didn't
feedback.
yeah, he didn't actually. It was only he only had good things to say about it,
Yes. And
about
he,
the video.
yes, and he in the feedback he put that he liked in particular that we also ask each other questions and had some comments on each other's work. So
Mm,
let's do that again this time. Never change a winning team, we always say.
yeah, and that's a very good motto.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, and you've told that you have spoken to your supervisor finally.
Finally, I spoke to my supervisor yesterday, actually.
Did he apologize big time for his
No,
absence?
not even one time.
Oh, wow.
But well, I don't blame him. I mean, I still have a lot of trust in the project, of course.
Still lose
Um,
trust. And what was, did you ask where he has been for the
no,
last
no,
weeks
I
or not
thought
even?
I keep it
Stay
on the
away from
side.
that. You
Yeah,
don't want to be enemies with your supervisor, of course.
or especially not. So I kind of said at first, yeah, sorry that I only now reached out to you, blah 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 blah, because of course I want a good relationship with my supervisor.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I didn't
Fair
ask
enough.
that's why it took so long, but that was no problem. And I sent him, so the first time I sent him a mail and I added the week challenge one to it, so he got kind of some background information about my thesis ID.
Yeah. You sent that in advance of the meeting.
Yeah, exactly. So he kind of already knew what I wanted to do or what my plan is for my
Yeah.
thesis.
Yeah.
And he actually liked it, so that is good.
Cool.
But he
Okay.
had a couple of things as feedback. Of course, my research question he wanted to kind of tweak or change a little bit, but that's no problem. And he thought it might be more interesting to dive deeper in the occupational relationships. So the way Gen AI changes the relationships between different divisions in the company I work or the relationship with the clients.
Okay.
But well, I kind of agreed with him that that's also interesting.
Yeah.
And if he thinks that that's better to do research on, then of course I fully agree.
So he wants to focus more on the dynamics.
Yeah,
I
exactly. So
understand
not really
correctly.
the strategy formulation. Let me check because I made some notes here. What did he say? Yeah, so client management of client relationships. How does AI affect the relationship with clients?
Okay.
Focus on the relationship management with the client. And then he also gave some prior research for me to do. Um, he said, look for articles about stakeholder management, client relationship management, interoccupational relationships. So a lot of work to do. So that's good.
Um,
Actually, what I wanted. So I can now check it myself and see what I can.
Finally, some proper direction.
Exactly. So I think
Okay.
that we will be fine.
Okay. And why did he wanted to go in this direction in particular? Why didn't he like your
Yeah,
previous
I
research
think that
question? Because it was too
what
much
I
for that
previous
already.
had. I
Yeah.
think he I'm not really sure, but I think he also thought that there was already some research done about that. And
Yeah, that's the
maybe,
same
and I
I
was
had.
already afraid of that, that it may be too broad at first.
Okay.
So that this way I can make it more specific.
Okay.
Oh, that's
That's,
good.
that's fair. That was also what I had with my supervisor because there was done prior research as well on the
Mm-hmm.
subject, and of course they want something new, something that they can get their hands on.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds recognizable. So, but now that you spoke to him or her,
Yeah, him. He's actually the I don't know if you have been to a thesis of what is to
workshop.
ethics lecture.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't been there to be honest. I only go to
It doesn't
RDS.
mind, but he actually is the lecturer of ethics.
This Indian kind of guy, right? Or not?
Yeah, not really. That's more for this. I'm not sure. It is at least it's a guy and
Yeah,
he
okay,
does the ethics course,
okay.
but he's
Yeah,
relaxed.
I've
Yes.
seen his picture.
Yeah. Well, he knows what he talks about, so that's good.
Nice one. All right.
I think it's
Yeah,
good for us to look to the peer discussion thing.
yeah.
Um,
Shall I share my screen maybe?
yeah, why not?
Okay. Then we can go over it together. You don't have a desk in your room, or?
No, I don't. So that's not good.
Okay. Let's see. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, it's loading. Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the peer discussion instruction of week 3 we're going over this time, and as we can read, it's focused on fundamental design choices, especially for explanation and prescription. And I think lecture 5 was more about explanation, and lecture 6 was more about prescription.
Mhm. Yes.
And so the first step is that we have to have a critical conversation with each other about our design for explanation, because we can read that the research requires some explanation to be investigated, and it can be qualitative or quantitatively. We are both doing it qualitatively. Um, and we can ask each other to specify our design for explanation. So,
Mhm.
what are the causes? What are the effects? And how causal mechanisms or relations are going to be investigated? And in particular, we have to use the two methods for identifying and specifying our explanations that we practice doing lecture 5.
Mhm.
So maybe shall we open the lecture slides? Maybe I have them here, or can we?
Yeah,
What
or
do
just
what
look
do
at
you-
the summary we have got,
Oh yeah.
or the notes from the lecture, I mean.
Okay.
So last week we did that one of us did the first lecture and the other one did the second.
Yeah.
So we can do that again
Okay.
and
Cool.
just kind of walk through and then ask some questions or
Yeah.
discuss.
Well said. Yeah. Do you want to do the first one or the second one?
Yeah, I don't care. I can do the first one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so the lecture five it is, right? Yeah, that was about explanation.
Yeah,
Let me check. Yeah, so what is explanation? Um, Explanation involves understanding why a phenomenon occurs by identifying causal mechanisms. Causality links a cause to an effect, with explanation focusing on how or why these relationships exist.
yeah,
Then there are the views of causality. Cause X directly leads to effect Y. Multiple partial. So that's deterministic. Then you have multiple partial. Multiple causes contribute to an effect, or a single cause has multiple effects. For example, mediation, moderation, etc. Then dynamic, causal relationships evolve over time and may involve mutual feedback. But we were not really sure. I mean, is this only for the
for quantitative.
yeah, or also qualitative? Because I'm not really.
Now, I think to make this causality like hard, you have to do regressions and
Yeah, right.
stuff like that, and that's more of quantitative.
Yeah, and also like
Uh,
mediator, moderator. That's also
exactly.
how with quantitative,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because then you want to prove it.
Yeah, you can like calculate if the mediator is how do you say that? Significant.
Yeah, exactly. So that was what I was wondering as well. But then it says here that like also if it's qualitative, we need to do some explanation
Mm-hmm.
apparently. So what I thought at first was that we at least my research was only descriptive.
Yeah.
So I would kind of talk and describe and analyze a particular phenomenon. In
Mm,
my case, how AI changes how educators have their ways of working. But now it says here that we also need to explain a bit, and that also makes sense to me to have a little part of the thesis dedicated to that.
mm,
So yeah, let me think. How can you explain something like that? I think with me in particular, this can maybe be done by interviews with educators and why they choose to do stuff that they do and why they like what was their reason for using certain AI tools in their curricula and ways of working. I think that should be it for me.
mm.
I don't know if you have any thoughts or how you are going to do that.
Yeah, well, of course, you can kind of explain, or in an interview, somebody is explaining why he or she is indeed using the tool or not.
Yeah,
And then with some specific questions, you can kind of get the right answer out of them, right?
yeah, yeah. True. So I think that's
I think it's not really a problem, but we just have to check how to effectively use this concept.
yeah, indeed, and also yeah, maybe go over with it with our supervisors how we can if
Hmm.
it's like enough to for it to be scientifically like proven if it's yeah significant explanation or not.
Hmm.
So because like we mentioned, it's not like quantitative that you can like make it hard with the numbers and regressions.
Yeah, or
So
speed.
we have to do it a different way in our investigation. So
Hmm.
that's also a nice challenge for us, I think.
Yeah, but we'll be fine. So we go further to the conditions for establishing causal claims.
Yeah.
Very interesting, of course.
Yes.
You have the co-occurrence, so that's cause and effect are observed together. Temporal sequence, cause precedes the effect. Explaining mechanism, plausible mechanisms link the cause and effect. And at last, the ruling out rival explanations. Alternative explanations are invalidated. Well, not really sure how we can use that. Then we have the techniques for explanation. Causal, causal relational concepts. Analyze explicit or implicit relational phrases in the research question. For example, influence, triggers, enables. Well, that's something we can use, of course,
Yeah,
because yeah, these kind of relational concepts can
yeah,
be in our research question.
yeah. These are more technical things, I think, how you can write it the best and put it in the
Mm-hmm.
best way. It's a little
Yeah.
bit more technical than how you are going to actually conduct the research.
Hmm.
But that's nice to know to get some little jargon.
Yeah. Yeah, well said. Very well said. Then visualization is another technique for explanation.
Yeah,
Use boxes for concepts and arrows to depict causal relationships with clear labels. Yeah,
yeah,
this again is more something useful with the qualitative, I guess.
yeah.
Sorry, quantitative, I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because then again, so I did it with my bachelor, you really have like the I don't know what's called, but really the boxes with the arrows, and you have to make like the figure, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah, for sure.
mediator, moderator, that kind of stuff.
And if you use that, maybe there's a way for us to use it together as well with
Mm-hmm.
qualitative research, and then it gives a nice, clear depiction. I think of the relationships. It makes it easy for the reader of the
Yeah.
research to get like the most important points out of it. I also always like if we have literature and then you can just scan through it and immediately due to such a figure get an impression of what it's all about actually.
Yeah, I agree. And this is no problem because if you look at the peer discussion instruction on your screen,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell in the here where at right now, as you engage in this conversation, many choices might not come easy for you or for your peers. This is the purpose of the peer discussion so that you not only find answers but also identify questions. Well, that's what we're
Yeah,
doing right now.
that,
So we're doing
that's
a good job,
yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, then at
Very,
last, at the end of lecture 5 is about the
yeah,
4 approaches for causal research design.
yeah.
First of all, statistical association, focus on correlations and associations across large data sets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, more quantitative, I would say.
Yeah, this is big time quantitative.
Yeah. We don't have a data set, so
Yeah, also that A/B testing. That's also sounds
yeah,
familiar from my statistics.
yeah. So the experimental design, test causal claims for interventions, qualitative design. Well,
Yeah,
that's interesting for us. Explore underlying causal mechanisms in depth using methods like process tracing. Okay, so that's something we can use.
yeah,
And then mixed methods design combine multiple approaches for richer explanations. Okay, well, so I think personally a lot is more interesting for the quantitative research.
track. Yeah,
Here and there are some useful things for us as well
yeah,
to do a proper research.
yeah. And I think when you mentioned the qualitative design, the underlying causal mechanisms with methods like process tracing is something that we can look into
Hmm.
because that's more suitable for our research, I think.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, that is something we can take a look at. So this is already been something we can work on.
Yeah, and I already kind of checked how it can be used for my research.
Yeah, did
So
you?
yeah, just small thoughts during the lecture, of course. So let me check. Where can I find it? Well, maybe you first go to the to the next lecture and I might come back. How
Okay,
about
cool. How about that? Okay. So you went over the first step.
yeah, so step one explanation is lecture five. If you go quickly through lecture six, is step
Yeah.
two, and
Step two.
we will see.
Yeah. That is about that lecture was about how you want to design your prescription. Let's go over this text real quick before we dive into the notes that we made. So if you're after a solution gap, you need to systematically design for a prescription, which can, of course, be the case that you have a solution gap for a more difficult phenomena or more like wicked problems or something like that. Um, but even if you're only aiming for a theoretical gap, your findings at the end can have some prescriptive implication, and that's an advice for practice. So, depending on your situation, engage in more or less systematic discussion on how you want to design for prescription. Is it centered to your design, or is it mainly as a kind of an aftermath of your conclusions? In the former case, you can see how much you can engage with the materials related to lecture six. So, the key takeaways that we made for from the lecture six. First of all, to begin with the beginning, the fundamentals, what even is a prescription, and that is something that involves uh, suggesting how to make things better based on insights gained from causal explanations.
Okay.
So it requires moving from know why, that's more of an explanation, to know how. So
Mhm.
actionable solutions, that is of course very an important part of the academic world, that
Mhm.
not only you have descriptive research, but also some hands-on solution that you can have, and at the end of the results really that you have something that you can use and prescribe solutions. Basically, that's what I got out of it.
Mhm.
So that's important. And then there were some challenges in the prescriptive research. And first one being recontextualizing. That's adapting general rules to specific conditions. You have integration. That's a combination of theories to address complex problems, like wicked problems that we have dealt with previous courses. Iterative process, that's testing and redefining or refining interventions based on feedback. Um, so those are some challenges that you need to be beware of in make your research. So that's important to note. Then you have different components of a prescription. Firstly, the goals. That's nice to have as an fundament to define what the solution aims to achieve. So I think we had also in a previous course that an important part of coming with a solution is defining what we are actually investigating. So that's really a parallel to this one, I think. And then the foundations, that you properly use facts, assumptions, and theories to design solutions.
Mhm.
Then validations, that is the ensuring of solutions work in real life settings through testing or feedback. That are the main components. I
Mhm.
don't know if you have any thoughts on this matter.
No, yeah, quite interesting, I would say.
Interesting stuff, right?
Yeah. Pretty hard, but we will make it through.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this is also again what you mentioned. Nice. The purpose of the peer discussion, not only find answers but also identify questions and go over the aspects. This
Mhm.
is some food for thought for us
Definitely.
to discuss this together. That's nice. Then you have two main designs for prescription. You have action research, that's more collaborative problem solving where solutions are tested in real world settings,
Mm-hmm.
enabling iterative learning. So, iterative learning is step it up all the time a little bit, make little iterations, and thereby the iterative learning is enabled. And then you have a cycle that's like first identify the issues, and then you have different steps that you can go over.
Mm-hmm.
You have design science as well, develop artifacts, for example, models, frameworks, and tools, and validate their effectiveness in solving specific problems.
Mm-hmm.
And this focuses on theory based artifacts like algorithms, workflows, or systems. So
Mm-hmm.
that's almost the end. But there was one more thing mentioned in the lecture, that's the ensuring of proper quality in the prescriptive research. And how you ensure that quality is that the clarity is high. So you need to make sure that the readers understand the solution and how it's derived. Then you also have contribution, so that you demonstrate how solutions add value to theory or practice. Validity, very important, that you validate that your solution works in the intended context as well.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, the ethical compliance. So very important these days, especially in 2025, that no harm was dealt to stakeholders, and that it upholds the research integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So those were some comments on the prescription that we made.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit far from our bet show at this point.
Yeah, a lot of
But
information to think
yeah,
of.
a lot of information to think of indeed. And but it's nice to have this in the back of your mind when starting on the thesis, I
Yeah,
think.
for sure. And also, I think for the weekly challenge, it is important to take some of this information in mind.
Yeah.
So I can
Cool.
maybe it's good if I share my screen and go to my pre-challenge.
Yes. Sounds good.
Let me check where to do it. Share screen. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Here is my, you can also see this screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this was kind of the input for the weekly challenge. And then this was my pre-challenge, so now I gotta change this one. But to answer, well, my research question, my research is designed to explain the mechanisms through which GenAI influence strategic processes and provide actionable recommendations for its effective integration. This involves examining how AI impacts decision making, creativity, and workflows. This research will also address challenges like ethical concerns and over reliance on automation. I will analyze my data using thematic analysis of interviews and document analysis focusing on it. Empirical question is how do professionals in creative industries perceive and experience the influence of Gen AI on their strategic processes? Very interesting, of course. And at last, I will draw practical implications by developing recommendations for integration AI into creative strategies effectively. This to discover the balance between automation and human creativity. This may include frameworks to enhance collaboration and streamlining workflows. While my approach outlines key aspects, I will refine the details of these prescriptions and ensure they are adaptable to different organization contexts. Well, pretty clear, I guess. And then something my supervisor said, what I was not sure of, is because I was talking about. Let me check. Yeah, I was talking about creative industries all the time because I didn't want it to be too specific already because otherwise maybe the supervisor would say it has to be more broad. But he actually said that it is good if you just I can actually change change this part just to digital marketing agencies. He said it is better that way because it is more specific. He even said you can do it to small slash medium sized digital marketing agencies because then it is uh,
More a niche.
yeah, it is even more specific and more niche. So your research can be like better be targeted on this specific niche indeed.
Yeah.
That's something I will take in mind when I will change this
Yeah.
afterwards for the weekly challenge 3.
Yeah. And now that your supervisor mentioned it, it also strikes me that creative industries is indeed like very broad. Like you have
It's
so many
everything. Yeah.
companies that fall under that.
Even singer-songwriters is creative industry, so
Yeah, I mean,
art and that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So,
yeah, that is some good input indeed. Um, Let me check what we can do next. Maybe we can quickly go to your weekly challenge, and then
yes.
we can go to the we found some theses, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Some
yes.
example
Okay.
theses. So I think that
Yeah,
might be helpful to just check what we can expect, right?
yeah. Okay. Okay, so share my screen. Can you see it?
Yes.
Cool.
Mm,
Loading. Okay, so let me see the pre-challenge, right? Or not?
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. I can't. Can I click on this? Let me see what I submitted. Loading.
Loading, loading.
Yeah, I have to buy a new laptop, man. I have this error from 2019 when I started studying, but especially when video calling, it's asking a bit much of the of the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, but let me see. It loaded, I think. Oh, was this it? It's a bit less than you had,
Mm, yeah, it looks like that.
but Did you only use the template?
Yeah. But they say that you can use a maximum of 500 words. So first time I also had like maybe 100, but then I thought, I think if you can use 500, then he won't be happy when I only use 100, right?
Okay, that might be an explanation for why
Yeah, so
the
that's
grades were a
he
bit
he also gave
disappointing.
me the feedback last time for weekly challenge too, right? He said something, he wanted it to be more specific or something.
Yeah, true, true. So I think he's gonna be happy if, like, with the pre-challenge, obviously you're still not sure what you want to do. So
Yeah,
now
but
I can,
now afterwards, I think if you
implement-
just elaborate more, then he's already happy.
yeah, man, to improve everything we went over and use that. Okay, but yeah, let me just read it real quick. Um, so to answer how university educators adapt their teaching and assessment methods in response to students' use of Gen AI tools, my research is designed as a qualitative exploratory study in order to explore the causal
Oh.
relationships. Sorry?
No, sorry, go on.
Uh, between AI adoption and pedagogical, I don't know how to pronounce that, changes. I will analyze my data based on thematic analysis and comparison of educator experiences in order to answer how and why adaptation strategies vary across different contexts. And I will draw practical implications from my research based on an action research approach to provide evidence based recommendations for AI integration in education to ensure relevance and applicability as well. And what I just learned is that I'm going to elaborate on this today and
Mm,
make it a bit more because I can also kind of see that why the teacher fault. It can be a bit more specific. It's all
mm,
a little bit general.
mm.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, okay. How many time do we have right now?
Yeah, maybe 15 minutes.
15 minutes left. Okay, cool. Do we have some other stuff that we can go over?
Yeah, we can go quickly to step three of the peer
Oh yeah.
discussion thing.
Okay, shall I open that?
I'm not really sure what's expected from us there.
Yeah. Step three, integrating the design choices and reflecting on their alignments.
Mm-hmm.
You want to bring together all the design choices that we have made, integrate them into a story that's coherent, logical, and consistent as well. As you do, you see the entire story of your research design, and to have a conversation, follow these steps as your peer is taking the role of critical audience. Interesting. And ask you questions about the various aspects of, such as clarity, consistency, comprehensivity, feasibility, and ethical and legal compliance. Okay. Take a note. See what inconsistencies we spot. Okay. So we want to bring together the design choices.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think this might be what we have just done with our pre-challenge because that's basically what we have so far, right? And that's quite clear what we've written down on paper. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe Yeah, do you want to go over it like one more time and then see if the other has a note?
Maybe it already speaks for itself, right?
Yeah, we also already had some notes just now
Yeah,
on each
yeah,
other
we can
stuff.
do it over and over again, but I don't
Yeah,
think there's.
no, true. That doesn't add a lot of value. No, that's true. Okay, then
Maybe you go if you go to modules,
mhm.
and then we found some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, what was the one that you liked again? You had one in
Yeah,
particular, right?
I had one favorite.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is the example. Yeah, let me check. Uh,
I think mine that I liked was Ferdinand Mol, and that was also my tutorial teacher. I don't know
yeah,
if you had him as well for
also
ethics.
mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He is good guy.
Yeah, man, it was also his first time teaching,
Mhm.
and he did quite well, I think. We also got the bonus points.
Yeah, me too. Did you win or
Legend.
did you invest the most?
Yeah, we invested the most in the thing, but what we did was we took no risk because we thought if we invest 100K in one pitch, then that one is automatically going to win, and then we also have the highest stake in it,
Mhm.
and that's why we won like the point 4 bonus, I think.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if we wouldn't have, we would have divided it better. Then we would be the ones that have won. So that was a bit disappointing only, but still point 4 bonus.
He also invested like 100K in the winning team, but there were four groups. So one, let's say group four won, but group one and three all invested 100K in them. So we both got the bonus points and the winning team. So there was only one team without bonus. That
Uh,
was kind of
and so you were in the group that had the invested the most.
yeah, but there was another group that also invested 100K. So we both got the bonus points and the winning
Uh,
group, of course. So there's only one group that didn't get bonus.
oh, that's sad. Did you present?
Yeah, all of us did.
Okay, okay, okay. And so it went good.
Yeah, quite good, quite good.
Okay, that's nice. Okay.
100 pages.
Whew,
That's kind
that's a,
of scary.
yeah, man. I think that should also be with addendums and stuff. Isn't this your supervisor as well?
No, there's no. There's two.
Yeah.
No, there's two. He also his name is also Reza, but this is Reza Zade, so it's looks
Okay, okay, okay.
it looks the same, but it isn't.
Yeah, and our Bart, we know him, of course.
Yeah, of course, the man, the
The,
myth, the legend.
the cutie.
Thank you. Okay, well, can you scroll down or is it only
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can scroll down. Do you see it?
yeah?
Okay, a little preface. Also, didn't really know that this was a thing actually.
But what is he
It's
saying again? Can you scroll a bit down? He's
here.
saying something
Thanks
first.
to Marcel Peter.
Here, to you, reader, I kindly wish you a pleasant read filled with exciting and new insights. For,
I think that's the directed at us, man. I
yeah,
also saw Professor Mol.
it
Or,
feels
he's not
personal.
professor. Yeah, man. Nice, nice one.
Okay,
Okay.
abstract, maybe a bit quicker because there's 100 pages. So he's abstract, but I miss like how you call it in the beginning that you see what pages conduct what.
Contents. Yeah, I think that's after the abstract. Often. VU.
Here,
All right.
list of.
University.
Oh, this
Let's
is
go.
like
List of figures, list of
yeah,
tables. Wow, a lot of tables. I think this should be quantitative if I
Jesus.
did like this. Woo! Jeez,
Here,
the
table
pen
of
is
content. Okay, there it is.
what the
Phew.
holy moly.
25 pages of methodology, 20 pages of results.
Oh,
So
I
maybe
want.
go to another one because this is quantitative.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I really liked one.
Yeah.
Go back.
Which was it?
It was a girl. I thought it was Barbara van Andel.
Barbara van Andel.
Mhm.
I haven't seen this yet. And what did you like about this one in particular?
Yeah, I thought, but first I want to check. I thought it was qualitative.
Only
Here.
50, okay.
Like, that's what I like. Yeah, so Barbara did like a good job in for me it was a bit more clear the layout and stuff for what is expected because she also does qualitative. So if you go to the table of content again,
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Two
So
point oh, data analysis.
yeah, what's that then? Or is that the interviews? Let's check it out.
Yeah.
50 pages is actually
Oh, this is also quantitative, I think. Or maybe mixed methods could also be.
mm.
Okay. But yeah, okay. So let's just go to another one real quick.
Wait, I can look at the same time. Wait.
Yeah, cool.
Hmm. Um,
45, this one.
45.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Getting lower and lower. So I'm looking forward to writing my preface already.
Yeah, I really want to do a
I'm go-
shout out to my supervisor.
yeah, man. And to Frans Veldberg as well. Even though he might not have anything to do with
Of
the
course.
research, but just because how he formed me during the first period. Were you there at Deloitte or not?
Deloitte Day? You mean
Yeah, at
like
Deloitte.
yeah, the presentations?
Yeah, man.
I
Did you
was
like it?
yeah, kind of.
Were you the morning group maybe? Because I don't
Mm,
remember seeing you.
yeah, I think so. Or no, I was the second group, I think,
Okay.
but I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I actually I'm sure I was the second group because later people came in.
Yeah, okay.
Mm. Did you find
Did
something interesting in the thesis?
um, yes, it's all really interesting.
Every
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen some figure that we talked about, and this is exactly what I meant. Do you see my screen?
yeah.
That it's really nice and a nice overview and summary. Like if you look at this figure, you can already make a lot of stuff up out of it instead of that you need to read
Mm.
whole paragraphs.
Okay,
Did
well,
you?
I
Okay,
think
then you.
Jesus. Enough stuff to think about, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
For sure.
But, I want to thank you for doing this while you're even ill and still
Yeah.
standing there. It shows some true dedication.
For sure. I mean, my master on the first place.
Yes, 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 yes. So, what you gonna do tonight? Just
Yeah,
chill
sleep,
a little.
watch a series,
Right.
maybe or a movie, whatever I like.
Black Mirror again,
No,
inspired by
no,
the ethics
I've had
course.
enough about. I have otherwise I'm gonna make assignments for fun, and I just
Yeah, you're going to dream about
yeah,
DBI.
otherwise I'm gonna dream about ethics and stuff.
Okay, but yeah, do you reckon this should be it for now?
Yeah, I think so. I can close it, and then I can post it on YouTube again and send you the link, and then we have to just make the weekly assignment three,
Yeah,
and then of course the reflection part, but that's only 2 or 3 questions again.
yeah. Okay, but it
And
was
what are you
very.
reading tonight then?
I'm going to study. Actually,
Study?
all my friends are going to do some drinks, but we are the only ones that have an exam on next Wednesday. So
Yeah,
that's a bit shitty. So
but
I think I'm going
you're
to
really
study.
gonna study on Friday night.
Yeah, because I haven't really started yet, to be honest,
You have
on
plans for the
everything.
weekend or what?
Yeah, just I think nothing too crazy this weekend, man. I have to focus on study a bit, and then once I'm done, and then going to Barcelona next weekend with my old
Oh,
house Groningen, and then
so
the weekend
so so.
after
Okay,
also with Lastrum at Groningen, and then all the old people can come back.
of course.
So have some nice weeks ahead. So
Okay, sounds good. So
study a bit.
important to fix the exam.
Yeah, first fix the exam, and then if we're done with that, we can relax. It's also our last exam, I think.
Yeah,
So I want to make it count.
for sure.
Maybe the last exam in our lives, even if
I
we pass
actually
it at
hope
least.
so. How nice would
Yeah,
that
man. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, but it was nice collaboration. I think maybe if you make some more podcasts in the future, we will make sure to let the teacher know.
be? Yeah, of course. And maybe we speak to each other also during the fourth period. I mean, I'm not sure what is expected from us then, but we will see.
Yeah, sure. Okay, then we can.
Good luck studying, and maybe I ask you some questions about the ethics. We will see.
Yeah, cool. Okay, then we can stop the recording. I think.
Okay, wait.